Well. This is Joseph Browning, Body of Christ, Real Talk, Health Talk, Super Saturday. Welcome. I want to just get into something. The food that I loved, that I used to eat, was killing me. And I mentioned this. It says, Joe, what was you eating that you was dying? No, I wasn't dying. That's a metaphor that I used, was killing me. What it was killing my health. And on the long run, it probably would have killed me through diabetes, maybe through heart disease, thyroid problems, maybe, inflammation, all those things, majorities, including the gastritis and the leaky guts. A lot of that is caused because of the diet and the food that we have been consuming in our bodies. The majority of it is caused by that. And for the ones that have not been listening, if you listen to the last 19 shows that I have done, it's basically on how to eat better, how that we can do better in our lifestyle and our diets and stuff like that. I'm not a doctor. This is my disclaimer. I'm not a clinician. I'm not a holistic doctor, but I'm leaning towards that way. But don't get caught up in the names. You know me. I don't like titles. I don't like names. I just go by what works without all the witchcraft and all that other yoga crap. I just look what works. So I'm not doing yoga for meditation. I'm not doing all that other side holistic stuff. It's basically the natural God-given plant foods, plants and meats that I'm consuming now. And that's what I'm doing. Now, what I want to do, something I usually don't talk about, I want to talk about plants. Like I said, I'm not against vegans or vegetarians if it works for them. And you can look up that and see how, if you were vegetarian or vegan, is working for you, God bless. As long as you just not eating a lot of sugar and all the other sneaky hidden fructose crap, you're doing pretty good. And many people might not like me using the term crap, but it is crap. It's just what it is. This is real talk. But I'm going to tell you one of the reasons, like a lot of carnivores, that really puts vegetables down. And it's a good reason. I can understand that, because what man have done to vegetables and a certain defensive, from what I have learned, mechanism of the oxidants and toxins that's in a lot of vegetables. I understand that well. And I also understand that every vegetable is not meant for man to eat. Every plant, let me put it that way. Every plant is not meant for man to eat. But check this out. That does not mean the majority of plants or a lot of plants is not made for healing things on your body without oral all the time. Plants are still good for other mechanisms. There's plants we don't even know nothing about. It's plants that God have created and made that we have. I ain't talking about what man have made it. I'm talking about what God have created. We know nothing about that can heal our bodies. Excuse me, I'm chewing a gum now. Now, it's a sugar-free gum that's sweetened with this sweetener called xylitol. Xylitol supposed to be good for your teeth and good for your gums, mainly your teeth and stuff like that, so it's okay. And I use this in the morning before I brush my teeth, or after I brush my teeth, and use my other oral care, because I'm doing a mouth care program now and everything for my gums and my teeth and everything. So I'm doing full-fledged now. And I'm also going to work on my eyes naturally as well, too. So I'm doing these things that's already here, that it's doesn't take a lot of money to do. And I'm more open to the holistic view now and metabolic view now, because it works. And I see it in my life and other people's lives as well. And it's okay. And you know what? It's cheaper, man. It keeps you from the doctor and the hospital. It's much cheaper, man. A lot of things have changed my body, okay? But what I want to talk about now is plants. Not so much the eating vegetables. I don't do that now. But let's talk about the healing mechanism of certain plants that I'm finna do some training on. And I'll keep you updated on that. There's still hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of plants out there that's good for the human body, that you don't have to consume by eating all the time. A lot of vegetables are not made to be eaten. That's true. It might be some vegetables that we eat we ain't supposed to be eating, especially now. But I don't have a master's degree on that. But it is certain vegetables that can heal your body in different ways, even teas and herbs. I'm not anti-herbs and anti-teas. Teas like some uh, carnivores are, or so-called carnivores are. I'm not that. I still drink my teas. Only problem with me is I still like a sweetener. I still like taste, and I'm not into the plain drinking tea and plain drinking black coffee yet. I'm sorry, man. I'm not into that. I still put my sweetener, but I have learned to just use stevia. Or I got this other sweetener called erythritol, something like that, that I'm trying to put into my diet, as long as it's not bothering my stomach. Because I noticed that the sweetness I gave up on Splendor, so that has hidden melted dextrin in it, and I didn't know that, so I gave up on most of my sweetness. So the little sweetener that I do use is in my Zevia soda, and that I use, and I might put in my coffee or something like that. It's called the two sweeteners that I use. And this is not a recommendation, but this is what I use. But if you like sweeteners like I do, I use the erythritol newly now. I'm not crazy about it, but I got used to it, and I use white stevia, you know. But that's what I use now because I like taste. I have no doubt I still like a sweet taste. And liking a sweet taste does not mean I want sugar back. Like some people may think. It does not mean that I just like a taste. Until I get used to just drinking some. The reason I drank coffee anyway, because it was sweet. Not because it was good for me. It's the same as teas. The only reason I drank tea was because I put sugar in it then. I wouldn't have even thought about drinking raw plain tea then. Because here in America, I grew up drinking sweet tea. If I was in another country, or even UK use sugar as well. But if I was in the countries that just use natural herbal tea, then I would be used to drinking plain herbal tea for my body. It would be used to it, but since I'm here in the Western world of sugar. I only drink teas because I can put sugar in it, or I bought it from the store and it came with sugar. That's why I liked it. It brought out the flavor, deceivably, in teas that made me drink it, and you too. Most people don't drink just plain raw black tea. I think the majority drink some type of sweet tea, whether it's sugar or some type of sweetener, whether it's Splenda, Equal, or Stevia, or monk fruit, or erythritol, or even xylitol, or even aspartame. Some people have the sweetener, and the majority of those sweeteners are no good for us. But that's another story. Okay, you pick your own poison. Just put it that way. So, let me take this gum out. I'm not used to chewing gum. I don't have enough teeth on the side to be chewing. So, so I just chew gumming a little bit. But anyway, plants still could be used for other healing things for your body. For medicines and stuff like that. A lot of medicine they use comes from plants still that you don't have to orally consume as a food, because most plants are not meant for a food to fill us or fulfill us, but they can be used for other things. This is my take on this and what I am learning. So I like to learn how to know more about herbal plants for healing reasons, not to consume it and eat it, because I'm satisfied with my meat. I am. That's satisfying enough for me. But for other healing reasons and consumptions in my body, that I'm going to learn that and teach others about that, because I haven't gave up on all plants at all. No, I'm not. And I'm not giving up on all fruits. I don't have to. But do I need it? No. It's not a need. But I'm not giving up on it because I still like a variety of fruits, and I still like some vegetables, cabbages and greens and green beans. You understand? I will consume those later on down the road. But I'm in the experiment phase now. And then I reintroduced some of the good vegetables and reintroduce some of the good fruits, no doubt. After I get myself eliminated and detox, do this. But I'm never giving up on meat. I'm going to always, until I'm on this earth, eat more meat and eggs and fish and poultry, because that benefits nutrition-wise my body. That's me, see? And it may be you. You won't know until you try it. But most definitely the sugars are out, and most definitely all the other hidden stuff are out. Most definitely, the ultra processed junk food, no more. It's dead in my life. The food that I love, those are the ones I'm giving up on. Everything else I'm eating, I love meat, yes, but all the other stuff I loved even more, those are things I'm giving up on. I gave up on, and I'm replacing it with the good uh, plant food and the good fruits on the long run through the rest of my life. Okay, so that's my take on my lifestyle. I'm not giving up on vegetables for good. I'm not giving up on fruits for good. I never did eat every kind of vegetable, and I never did eat every type of fruit. So I don't have an issue with that. So certain fruits I do like, and I'm the ones I know that has more sugar than others. Not saying I cannot eat it, but why eat the things that was hurting me from the long run? Because all the other stuff they put in it now. See, I don't do the fruit juices. I don't do anything, the fruit clothes. I don't do the coloring. I don't do none of that stuff now. See, over the last 10 or something months. Even before then, I didn't do that. I don't do Kool-Aids. I don't do the Kool-Aid sweeteners. I don't do none of that because of the hidden sugars and stuff like that in it. So you have to choose and read labels to make yourself a little better. So I'm going as natural that I can, but I still add my sweeteners. My last go arounds are these two sweeteners, which is stevia, monk fruit, electrotal, and stuff like that. Those are last of the Mohicans, you may call it, of sweeteners I will use. While ever drink raw tea, I don't know. I don't know. I just like some taste. Still like that sweet unction in my taste, and I'm not. That's just me. And some people can go without the sweet taste at all. I haven't got there yet. But the sweet taste I'm talking about is not natural sugar. It's not fructose and all that. It's just the sweetener to give us some lifts. And in order for me to drink the tea, it's not a need, and I'm going to try it. I do add some sweetener to it, okay? The same as with my coffee. But the coffee that I make for myself now is closest to black that you can get. So what I do, I get my coffees. I like different flavors of coffee. Some people might not like that. And I add some butter and I add some salt to get the bitterness out of the black coffee. And I'm finding that Califira creamer is okay too because it's non-dairy, because that's the dairy that really bothers my stomach. It's just some things that cream I cannot do. So I put a little bit in there and it tastes okay. It's not the best, but it tastes okay. It's tolerable for me to drink. So I'm cool with that, but I don't have an appetite like I used to have 2 cups. I can drink just 1 cup now. See, and I guess that depends on the seasons as well. I don't drink as much in the summer. It's only a winter thing that I drink more hot tea and more hot coffee. In the winter, it's a whole new different thing. It might be my Zevia or even once in a while my Diet Pepsi. Moderately. It's okay moderately. But that's what I do. See, water with my electrolytes. I use this electrolytes called Element. So it's just plants. I still is going to experiment again with herbal plants and herbal teas for healing purposes. Because there's still some plants out there that you cannot ignore that heals your body. It's meat does that, but there's still God created plants out there can heal your body. And I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to use all the resources that God left out there as long as it ain't contaminated by man. I'm going to use that because that's what he left it there for. And even fruits that can heal your body eaten the right way without all the ultra processed added junk to it. And I'm going to do that again slowly but surely. So I'm not against plants, and I will eat plants again and vegetables and stuff like that. But it will be what my body can tolerate after I detox it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? So I'll be doing some studying on herbal and remedies, man. I'm hearing about these remedies that's incredible and stuff like this from this young lady. And I'm learning different things like that when it comes to herbal plants. And there's no way I'm going to turn my back on that. I'm going to use those for healing purposes. Even some orally, if it's going to help me even better, healthier. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, I'm going to do that. Okay? So stay tuned for that. Plants is okay. Just pick the right ones for healing. God bless you. Peace out. Real Talk with Joseph Brownlee. Bye-bye.